Hi there, and welcome to this edition of Top End Track Talk. I'm Andrew O'Toole, and today we'll be previewing Day 6 of the Great Northern Darwin Cup Carnival, JTEX Construction Race Day, Wednesday the 2nd of August. With just 3 days left of the carnival, we're into the business end of the month-long extravaganza, and Day 6 has 7 races carded, with the 0 to 66 sprint falling over, but both the 0 to 62 mile and the maiden 1300 being divided. A total of 65 horses have accepted for the fixture, with a full field in the day's feature, the JTEX Construction Cup, and all races feature each-way betting. The first event, the Lucid Consulting Australia Handicap. It's the first division of the 0 to 62 1600 metres. Time to get underway at 1:44 p.m, and my numbers are 1, 3 and 2. Going here with the Dick Leach trained Envenomate, to be ridden by visiting WA rider Kira Yule. Great to see Kira here for the last 3 days of the carnival. Very good rider in West Australia, of course, Kira. She takes them out here on Envenomate, whose last 2 runs in Darwin have been really good. 4th behind Throw It to Stumps, 2 starts back, and then a 3rd to Hettinger, beaten 2.8 lengths on the 8th of July. Dick has sort of held the horse back for this race here, and I think he gets an ideal chance to break through. He's drawn in the middle of the line in about barrier 6. Number 1 on top to beat number 3 Archie James from the stable of Chris Nash and Mark Pegas aboard. He's drawn handily in barrier 3. Last start finished 4th behind Nakondi. He's going up in trip. He hasn't contested a mile before, but his astute trainer is thinking that maybe the 1600 metres will be up his alley, so we'll see how he goes. I've got him in to run 2nd. My 3rd selection, number 2, I Know What You're Doing, from the Kevin Lamprick stable, Janis Luxman aboard. He's had the 4 starts in Darwin for a 2nd, a 3rd, a 4th and a 6th. Of course, his last start was 6th in the Derby behind Anfina, so he's dropping back in trip. But he's certainly a quality young horse, and as long as he handles that drop back and trip, I've got him in the mix to run 3rd. Numbers in the first are 1, 3 and 2. The second division of the 0 to 62 mile is the Midway Berrima Handicap, and my numbers here are 4, 5 and 1. Going here with the last start winner Tiara Jewel, trained by Gary Clark, number 4, Jared Todd aboard. I thought it was impressive winning here in 0 to 66 grade, so it's actually dropping in grade for this assignment. That was over 1600, and that was on the 22nd of July, and would only have to reproduce that performance to take a power of beating here. Number 4, Tiara Jewel. Ahead of 5, Equal Balance from the stable of Kim Healy and Janis Luxman aboard. Had the 3 starts in Darwin for a 2nd and 2 thirds. The last 3rd behind Nakondi. That was in 0 to 62 grade, same grade as this. Thought it would be hard to beat again. And in for 3rd, number 1, Sweet Chevelle from the stable of Joe Banks. And Casey Hunter takes them out. I liked its run last time for 4th. That was in this grade behind Lady Toucan. And got a pretty good record at the mile, has Sweet Chevelle. It's won twice and been 3 times 2nd from only 8 starts. I think it'll race really well here. My numbers in the second are 4, 5 and 1. The first division of the maiden over the 1300 metres is the O'Donoghue's First National Maiden Plate. And my numbers here are 5, 7 and 2. Going here with number 5, King Star, trained by Dick Leach and Kira Yule aboard. Has had 2 starts in Darwin. Was a bit disappointing first up, but then last time out was a good 3rd behind Grinzinger Bishop. That was in 3-year-old company. Of course, Grinzinger Bishop came out after that and ran a very close 2nd in the Derby behind Anfina. So King Star, that was 1600. Back to the 1300 here. I don't think it'll worry it, and I think gets its chance to break its maiden here, number 5. Ahead of number 7, Ultron from the stable of Nicole Irwin. Adam Nichols, great to see Chippy with a double here on Saturday. He'd gone a few races without a win, so he was cock-a-hoop and good rider, as we know. He takes them out here for Nicky. 3rd, 2 starts back to Ruby was good, and then last time out behind Grinzinger Bishop. Was beaten a fair way, but Grinzinger Bishop won by a mile on that occasion. So putting it in to run 2nd, Ultron. My 3rd selection, number 2, Bluffed. Pete Stennett trains. No rider at this stage declared for Bluffed. He finished 8th to Anfina in the Derby, but he was only beaten just over 6 lengths. So Pete Stennett's dropping him back in trip, but obviously way down in grade, taking on the maidens here. So my numbers in the 3rd are 5, 7 and 2. We go to the 4th, the Darwin Racing Maiden Plate. This is the 2nd division of the maiden over that same trip of 1300 metres, and my numbers here are 3, 6 and 4. Number 3 on top, Philly Cheesesteak. Phil Cole trains, Wayne Davis rides. Well done to Wayno for winning the metric mile on Saturday aboard He's the Ultimate. Takes them out here. Good 2nd, 2 starts back to Ruby, really took the eye. And then disappointed a bit behind Motivated Miss last time out, but I think the trip here of 1300 will suit. Up from 1200 last time. It was 1300 first up when it went so well. So I think the extra journey here will help. Number 3, Philly Cheesesteak. In for second, number 6, Quick Return. Just can't win a race. Had 19 starts for 4 seconds for Heather Lehman. Aaron Sweeney aboard. Behind Motivated Miss the other day, beaten 5 lengths. It's earlier runs in Darwin with 2 seconds and a fourth, so it's around the mark and gets another opportunity here. And then for third, number 4, Go Barney Go for Chris Pollard. Adam Nichols aboard. Second, 2 starts back, just beaten when he ran around the last bit by Come Again. And then last time out over 1200 metres, he finished 4th behind Motivated Miss. That was a good run. The extra trip here should also suit Go Barney Go. So numbers in the 4th are 3, 6 and 4. We move to the 5th of the 7, the Halkitis Brothers Handicap. It's a 1200 metre event for the 0 to 62 gallopers. Numbers here 3, 8 and 2. Gary Clark and Jared Todd again, the combo. Global Wonder, number 3. Just beaten here last time by Lady Toucan. He looked home on that occasion. Lady Toucan fairly sprouted wings the last bit. But he's got a pretty good record over this trip of 1200. He's had a win 4 seconds, 3/3. And I think in this quality of field, he gets his chance. That was a 62. This is a 62. Just dropping back in grade, rather in distance by 100 metres. I don't think it'll worry Global Wonder. In for second, number 8, Virtuous Miss. Getting close to a win for Tommy Logan. Mark Pegas aboard. Second to the point last time out. Now that was a 66 event. Back in grade here to the 62. She only has to reproduce that performance to be right in the finish here. And in for third, number 2, First Crusade. Paul Shires for Chloe Baxter. Chloe will be on a high after a great win with He's the Ultimate in the metric mile on Saturday. And forget that last run behind To the Point. That was over 1300. Back to the 1200 here, I think will suit him better, First Crusade. And he's drawn better too in barrier 2. Look for him to go forward and be hard to catch. Numbers in the 5th are 3, 8 and 2. We move to the 6th, the ADG Consulting Engineers Handicap. At the 1100 metres for the Class 2 gallopers. This one, numbers here are 2, 3 and 1. Going here with number 2, Yarumba, Clark and Todd again. Last up winner here on the 22nd of July. That was over this trip. That was in 0 to 58 grade, so this is a Class 2, so similar grade. The draw is the awkward thing. He's drawn out a little bit in barrier 7. Drew barrier 3 last time. Led and hung on, although tiring the last bit. So might have to do a little bit of work early, so you'll be holding your breath the last bit, I reckon, but going with him. Number 2, Yarumba, ahead of 3, Garucha from the Russell Bell stable. Alice Lindsay aboard. Liked its run here on the 15th. That was Ladies' Day behind Doc O'Connor. Russell's been pretty patient with this horse. He scratched him over the weekend to save him for this, and I thought he'd be right in the mix here over the 1100 metres, Garucha. And in for third, number 1, Prince of Mercia, formerly trained by Clayton Douglas of Giga Kick fame. And Kira Yule for Dick Leach. Has had a trial, this horse, and his form in Victoria pretty good. 2 wins, 8 seconds and a third from some 21 starts. Don't leave him out of your multiples. Numbers in the 6th are 2, 3 and 1. And today's feature, Wednesday's feature, of course, the JTEX Construction Cup. $40,000 up for grabs, 1,300 metres for the 0 to 76 gallopers. Good field assembled here, full field in fact. And my numbers in today's feature are 6, 2, 3 and 7. Going here with number 6, Throw It to Stumps, trained by Kerry Petrick, and Paul Denton takes the mount. And he had the 3 starts in Darwin for 2 wins and a good strong second behind Desert Dreamer last time out. He's going up and trip here to the 1,300, but don't think that'll worry him. In his favour this time is a decent barrier draw of 3. Last time out drew out a bit. In fact, all these starts he's drawn out, a couple of 6s and an 8. So I think the barrier draw will allow him to get a nice soft run, and I think he'll be very hard to beat number 6. Ahead of 2, Mr. Cashman, last start winner for Gary Clark. Gary's got 3 in this, and just hadn't done his riders when we filmed Track Talk this week. But Mr. Cashman, good winner here on day 1 of the carnival, beating Star Magnum in a 0 to 70 company. This is his sort of race, Mr. Cashman. And for third, the stablemate Great Diviner was second last time out to Wolfburn in the Toyota Cup. And he's racing consistently. Had won the start before. And my 4th selection, number 7, Versetto, from the Nicole Irwin stable, and Adam Nichols in the plate. Numbers in the feature, 6, 2, 3 and 7. Best bet of the day in race 5, number 3, Global Wonder. Race 5, number 3, Global Wonder, I think will be very hard to beat. Well, the best roughies in race 4, number 9, New York Spirit. Race 4, number 9, New York Spirit. Well, that wraps up this edition of Top End Track Talk, and due to what is the busiest week of the year, it will be our final track talk for the carnival. My Palmerston sprint tip at this stage is Ideas Man, trained by Chris Nash. So Ideas Man, my selection for the Palmerston, and my cup selection is Lakes Folly for Keith and Sheila Arnold and Mark Pegas in the saddle. Good luck for the culmination of the 2023 Great Northern Darwin Cup Carnival. Until next time, good luck and good punting.